What's going on, beautiful and exotic women of the world? I'm going to jump right into it. I have a serious issue with older women in the Black community who like to target and sabotage beautiful, young, exotical women. Now, this in no way is an attack on older women because I actually admire older women. I am one of the people who is actually excited to age, and I'm excited for the wisdom and the knowledge that comes with it. So let me just preface that by saying this video is not to shame anyone who is older in their 40s, 50s, or 60s, but I will be discussing some of the toxic traits that toxic narcissistic older women have when it comes to exotical women and how they treat us, how they view us, and just their overall energy. So something I noticed is a lot of older women have regrets about their younger lives. Some of them wish they could do things differently, and that's normal. I think we all wish we could take a pill and go back in time and kind of reverse some of the damage that was done or stop certain things from happening. But such is life. You live and you learn and you move forward. But I find that a lot of older women, especially in the Black community, and the only reason why I'm talking about this from this lens is because I am in the Black community, so I can't speak for any other race or any other community or group. What I notice is a lot of the older women in the Black community, if they have regrets in life and they see you someone who's full of life, you're excelling, you're growing, you are leveling up in life, maybe you're ahead of where they were when they were your age, they will be intimidated by you because they can't imagine or understand how someone your age could be leaps and bounds ahead of the person they were at your age. Everyone has their own journey and path in life, but what I don't like is those older women who like to grill you in public and suck their teeth and roll their eyes when you're around, and they just look irritated because they can see that there's favor over your life and they can see that you have stuff going for you. It just always confused me because I'm like, you're supposed to be the elder of the community. You're supposed to be the woman who the younger girls like me come to get advice, to get guidance. And what I noticed is they will never have advice for you if they are threatened by you, because part of them is jealous of the lifestyle that you're living and the things that you've been able to achieve. I also notice a lot of bitter older women like to use their age and use their positions of power to sabotage the young exotical women in the community. So a lot of them, because they have internalized racism and they battle with self-hatred, or some of them are just jealous and envious, nasty people, they will use places like the workplace to get some of their vindictive, toxic energy off. So what they will do is they will target the Black girls in the workplace because they want to kind of throw their weight around and let it be known that they're in power and that they're better. And I never understood that, because why can't you be a mentor? Why can't you be someone who uplifts the younger generation and gives them advice? I find that a lot of the older Black women in the workplace tend to try to get you in trouble or sabotage your work or lie on you or create weird energy where you feel like you can't be around them and you got to tiptoe and walk on eggshells. And I always just wondered why the older women who I used to come across in the workplace or just any other place where there's a lot of people, so a gathering, so maybe like church, they would always have this reserved energy for me. So they would never really embrace me fully. It was almost like, I'm going to keep you at arm's length because you could potentially overthrow me or you could potentially become better than me, and I'm not trying to help you become better than me. That's the energy that I would get, and I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. I hope I'm explaining this correctly. But that's kind of the vibe I got when I was growing up in church and starting work and being in these settings, is that a lot of these older women didn't really want to mentor me. And because of my tumultuous relationship with my mother, I was always seeking a mother figure. So because I knew that my mom was never going to be able to be that for me, I always wanted an older sister, an older woman to just be that mother figure for me, and I never got it. And I just felt like there was always this weird buffer between me and the person who I was trying to connect with. And I think a lot of this phenomenon has to do with lack mentality. So lack mentality is a dangerous thing because psychologically it puts you in a place where you feel inadequate, less than, and you have to resource guard. And I find that a lot of older women who are in the Black community who I have tried to be close with or get guidance from or just try to be cordial with, with have been really cold towards me, and I feel it's because they are resource guarding. They're trying to cover up the things and protect the things that they have been able to achieve and accomplish, and don't really want to pass that along, because then that would mean that someone else has an opportunity at excelling and being great as well. And I think that's a terrible way to look at things. I think everyone should scratch each other's back and help if we can, especially if we are skin folk and kinfolk. I feel like that's just a given. But again, because we live in reality land and not la la land, and because we are exoticals, we understand that there is a variation when it comes to us and when it comes to our beauty. And that is something that these people notice when they first meet us. And as superficial as it may sound, some older women may hate us just for that reason, and may be even more stingy with their help and with their guidance and just with sharing knowledge. And looking back years later now, I can really confidently say that it was most likely because they were threatened by my beauty, or they were threatened by the fact that I was an exotical, or they were threatened by my potential. And I think that kind of ties into the first point I made in this video, which is they are threatened by the things that you are accomplishing because it speaks to your potential. It speaks to your ability to make things happen. It speaks to your ability to thrive and to succeed. And for some women, for some older women in the community, they don't want to see other women succeeding, other black women succeeding, exotical or not. Some of them want to be the token black woman in the workplace, or the token black woman who's the only one that's considered beautiful or pretty in church or wherever the case may be, because it's almost like a crabs in a barrel type of thing. Like, they don't want to see you climb up and do better than them, so they want to pull you down by sabotaging you or refusing to help you and give you guidance when you need it. And I just take these instances as a reminder to myself to not be like them. When I get 40 plus, I'm going to be the people's auntie. I'm going to be the woman that everyone comes to for guidance and advice on their relationship, on their workplace drama, what to do with their career, just everything. I want to be that older sister, that mother figure for people, that mentor. And I'm going to make sure I'm there for the younger generation, because a lot of girls need it, you know? And I feel like a lot of older women, they can't look past the looks. They can't look past, oh, she's beautiful, she doesn't need my help, or she has all this potential, I don't need to help her anymore, so she can surpass me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't want to give you guidance, or they purposely give you bad advice. Okay, let's talk about that, because I've had family members try to do that to me, like give me bad advice on purpose so that I would trip up. I've seen it all. I've seen older women give young married couples bad advice just to see them have toxic situations. And it was just really unsettling for me, but it also just confirmed my theory. Or they would try to sabotage what I have going on by competing with me. The idea of being in my 40s and over and hating on the younger girls haunts me. I literally think about that all the time, because I experience a lot of hatred from older women in the black community, and I really, really, really don't want to be like that. So every day I'm looking at ways to make my life full. I'm looking at ways to improve myself, ways to be better, do better, so that I don't feel like I let my life pass me by, or I'm lacking something, or I'm not doing enough. I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I pick up on a lot of people's energies, and I notice with a lot of older women, they're either trying to sabotage you, they're trying to compete with you, or they just don't want to help you because they think that helping you would mean that you get to excel above them. And so I wonder if you guys have ever experienced this. I'd love to have a conversation down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share any stories that you have with me there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.